Very annoyed with the interruptions by Twitch. Sadly, that's our second one. Hopefully, we can get through our last 3 matches without another interruption. But is Horror still part of the XCW universe? I have not received. If you said it must have been one that was. What was the question, man? Horror. You see him on the right side of the screen right here. Is Horror still in the XCW? You had mentioned to me something about wanting to recreate or redo your wrestler. I didn't know if that meant you wanted to like take Horror out, change him, or just want to update him or what. Otherwise, I'll leave him in this matchup if he is still part of XCW. I'm just double checking because I know you have some AZW guys, and I didn't know exactly what was going on with your character. So, I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. Apparently, he must have said GD, which is not. Again, I would also agree with both God's Soul and King Just Believe to not say that. But 702, can you please tell me if Horror is still part of the show or not? If he is, then I'm going to let him fight in this matchup instead of Nate Ballmer. If he's not, then Nate Ballmer will take his place. Okay, would somebody type it out for him if you can't hear me? Is Horror, you see the man on the right side of your screen, is he still part of XCW? You said something about wanting to either update him or change him or completely redo him or something like that. So Horror is. Okay, good. Okay, then this is the matchup that we're going to have is Petra and Horror. So XCW actually got one of the matches correctly then. Because it was either Petra versus Horror or Nate Ballmer, depending on which of the two it was. Quit forcing religion on Twitch. Well, that's not really forcing religion by saying don't say something that offends you. And to a degree, JJ, I would have to agree with him. And since it's my channel, so technically, I guess I could, I could force it if I wanted to. But pretty much, it hasn't even just been about religion. I've got to do a little sidebar here as we're going to start our matchup. Hold on.
Gonna tell me to.
But whatever. Let's just move on. Let's just try not to quote unquote offend anybody. I know this is such a PC world, you can't say anything nowadays, but let's go ahead and move on now. They're terrible. Why are you on image stream if you don't like it? You think that Alpha and Omega are going to retire tonight? I don't know why you want Alpha and Omega to retire. They both had shots at the Undisputed Championship. I mean, unless you don't want to have to watch the streams, I guess that's the only reason. If the people in the chat are causing you not to want to watch the show, I don't know. I'll talk to you after this is over, Alpha One. But let's go ahead and jump into this right here with Petra and Horror, the first matchup here on Saturday Night Main Event. Let me know who you think's going to win this match. Casey, can you get a match, or do I have to wait until after the Royal Rumble? There is a chance. I don't know exactly what the pre-show match is going to be for the Royal Rumble. The 7 matches for the Rumble itself are already set, but there is a pre-show match, which will include some other members of the roster. But there's also the Royal Rumble itself, in which Casey has a very decent chance of being in. So more than likely he'll be in the Royal Rumble. I mean, there's only 3 out of 25 people that won't be in the Rumble. So there's a very good chance that you will be in the Rumble itself. Be right back in just a second. Go ahead and start posting who you think's going to win. I'll be back. That's just beginning.
We're underway with our first match of the evening. Michael Cole along with Jerry the King Lawler and King. What are your thoughts on this one?
This one should be amazing, Michael.
And the sound of human flesh.
Okay, let's get back to the action here. Petra, I'm not sure how he took Horror down, but he hits that leg drop across the chest of Petra right there.
Oh my gosh!
I have to agree with God's Soul Dragon that Alpha One is awesome. I very much enjoy his streams when I'm able to watch them. He has been a huge part of XCW, whether it was simply being a good long-time member, trying to always jump into the to the streams whenever he can here in XCW, or whether it was with running his own brand here in XCW, which he has changed from developmental to a full-on brand connecting to our universe. So, yes, if people are disparagingly making comments or making things personal a little bit to a degree, I've got to agree that things need to stop. People need to stop doing that. The whole point of here to be is here to have to be fun. So if people are getting offended or getting upset with things that are saying, and I'm not saying it's not one-sided, it is possible that sometimes people get agitated and retaliate, and then the people who are maybe making, I don't know. But we just need to, there's no reason there needs to be real animosity in the chats, and not simply be about the Fed and about, the XCW and AZW and being about fun. I mean, that's the whole reason we're here is fun. If it wasn't fun, why would I be doing this? Why would any of you be in the chat if it wasn't fun? So, I mean, if you're not having fun, then you shouldn't be here. I mean, if this is not fun for you, if you don't enjoy, hearing me commentate and having fun in the chat, then there is no reason to be here. And that's what it really comes down to. So if you're not having fun, if people are ruining it for you to a degree, speak up and say your mind, and we can try to do our best to. I can't personally affect the chat at the moment. But, I just in general, we just need to realize that sometimes, we can be bothered by somebody or maybe even not like somebody. But if we're going to purposely attack or purposely do things to make it unfun for somebody else, then we're just, to a degree, somebody said the word bully, but I don't know. I mean, I can't see everything that's happening in the chat. And right now I'm not even looking at the chat. It'd be too hard to my little spiel and actually read what's being said. But, and again, I mean, I can't even really attest to what's being said. All you guys are able to kind of look at the chat while the action's going on, where I'm usually trying to look at the action and occasionally looking over at the chat. So I apologize if I'm incorrect in anything I'm saying, but again, just in general, there's no reason to make it miserable for anybody else. We're all just trying to have fun. That's literally the whole reason that we're here, for anybody that is. And right now, Horror thrown into the corner as and I thought he was about to get out of the corner. Instead, Petra able to keep the attack going, and now it throws him with a huge hip toss right there.
Oh no! Wait a minute, Cole. What's he gonna do here?
Hold on, sleeper hold right there. Let go quickly of Horror as Horror is able to grab the ropes. Now Horror, oh man, look at this accordion rack. If that was us in that, I would have already given up. He would have picked me up to put me in it, and I would have said, nope, I am done. Right there, huge. And I thought he really was going to win with that maneuver right there, but Horror not able to get Petra to tap out. Hold on, huge left-handed jab, right-handed jab, turn around, clothesline. Impressive combination by Horror. King, do you have a match? Yes, you'll be in the main event, Brad Harris. Hold on. And Horror just took Petra down right there. Did not expect that. Maybe that was a signature move, I guess. It's hard for me to remember everybody's signatures and finishers, but possibly a signature or finisher done by Horror right there. Took him down with that huge spinning clothesline. Petra has really crashed and fallen. He had been a pretty good superstar for a while, but this month has really been Petra's worst month here in XCW. Sadly, unable to keep the momentum going for himself.
That was an incredible match.
Not in school or church. The games we play like GTA is far more offensive than anything I can say, so let's be grown up. We all cuss. No one's a saint in this room. I agree with the last thing you said. Of course, none of us are saints. Of course, we all make mistakes, Tyron. But move on to the next match. I don't align myself with them, so yes, it's a offense. So an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I could just go into full on lecture mode or preacher mode or whatever, and this would just become unfun for everybody. And Aaron voting for himself, obviously, here in this matchup. I will vote for Alex Tyson. I think Tyson's somehow going to pull this one off. Do it. Shanny wants me to go full on preacher mode. Mod Brent. Aaron for Say Cheese Blazin'. Jackson Jordan is choosing Aaron. Preach it, Image. And Alex Tyson one-on-one with Aaron, the Dominator here. This is Shantia, the Y need it. Is the Y supposed to be the youth need it, maybe? I guess everybody wants me to go full-on preacher mode during this match. This match is between the European champion Alex Tyson and the one of the two men that will face for that vacant United States title. This is Shantia. They need it. Okay, if everybody wants me to go into preacher mode. Or Tornado calling it Mod Brent. Well, basically, I just think that, yes, I agree with Tyrant to one small extent. That I think the world in general is too sensitive to a degree. But at the same time, you know, when you choose to play a game like GTA or whatever, you're choosing to simulate that specific thing, and that's a choice that you're making at that time. Nobody's making it for you. You know, you want to go play the single player of that game, or, you know, go play some random, you know, Dragon Age or Witcher 3. You're choosing to simulate that information. When you're going into a forum, where you're going into an area where you're actually talking with other people, to a degree, you expect maybe a certain amount of decorum or certain way that people will talk. And so when it's not going that fashion, you know, then yes, that can upset you, and you can ask for it to not be like that. Yes, it's not school and it's not church, but it doesn't really matter where you are to a degree when you're around actual live other people. You know, there's some degree of things expected. You know, this is not college dorm room where, you know 90% of the people are the exact same way. We have an eclectic group here at XCW. Whether it is, you know, a guy like me, he's 29, helping raise 4 nieces and nephews. You've got, you know, kids across in England that are, you know, 14, 15. You know, we've got some guys in here, I think, that are either 12 or 11 years old, you know. And then we've got some guys that are even older than me. We've got Alpha One, who's 39. So it doesn't really matter how old you are. There's just a degree of what you expect to at least be respected enough to not be, you know, attacked. And if somebody is offended by something, usually to back off. I mean, and it's possible that both people could be offended by something. But, I mean, I just think that what's happened in the chat tonight has been, you know, you have to realize when you're upsetting someone, when you're sending things too far. Whether your message, and here's the funny thing, your message doesn't even necessarily have to be incorrect. You know, you could be correct with what you're saying. I'm not saying you were, or who everybody was. You could be correct with what you're saying. You have to realize when somebody else can't take whatever it is that's being dished out, you sometimes simply have to back down. And to a degree, that's probably what should have happened here tonight. Realize that things were not going over well in general and simply should have just backed down. Now, I mean, we might come out of this stream and half our people quit, and I would not be happy with that. I don't want people here to not... I'm not even looking at the chat, by the way. I'm simply talking. As Alex Tyson tried to get the pin there on Aaron, the Dominator. You know, it just really comes down to, you know, basically decency to a degree. You have to realize that people want to be treated a certain way. And so when they feel like they're being mistreated, you know, that's not going to make them happy. You've got to a degree, adjust your behavior based on their behavior. And I don't think that's right to say, sorry, you have basically, to a degree, sinned in your life. You've chosen to do bad things. You've chosen to, you know, play GTA or play all these things, and you basically have heard it all before, so therefore you simply have to deal with it. Is a little bit kind of ridiculous, but I don't know. I mean, it's all just, you frustrating to have to deal with. This Tyson might pick up the victory here. Aaron able to kick out. Not sure what's going on in the chat on the far side. Trying to read a little bit. None of it seems to make any sense, though.
And he dodges that one.
Watch it countered by the Dominator.
Sorry. And obviously each person's their own. I run this stream, so to a degree, how the stream is run and the chat that I allow to happen reflects myself. So yes, like if somebody says, GD in the chat, that will offend me. So yes, I would not, if somebody comes in here and is saying that over and over again, does that not mean that I've watched films where people have said it? No. And does that mean that I personally have never said it? No. But that does mean that it doesn't work with me. And to a degree, in the end, since it's my chat, and this is basically a representative, not just, myself in terms of wrestling and YouTube and whatever, else I would technically be associated with, but it's associated with my character as well. So if I allow certain things to happen in the chat, to a degree, that reflects that I simply am choosing that to happen. So I need to nip it in the bud before it continues to be a real issue.
He sends his opponents flying to the outside.
Brief. Apparently we've got conversations about homosexuals or gays or something being said in the chat. I'm just reading some of the words. Even putting it out, calling gays them, is like being in the 60s or 70s where African Americans were called them. And yes, I'm bringing in. We learn our mistakes by fixing in the present. As Aaron, the Dominator, right here, just hit a choke slam on Alex Tyson. European champion might be being pinned right here. 1, 2. No, I thought that was going to be it. This has been a pretty good matchup, sadly having to be ruined to a degree by me having to talk with the people in the chat. Why couldn't you sneak this then, KGB?
And that shot was dialed in.
And will this be it?
1, 2, 3. No, Tyson unable to put him away. Okay. Wow, we're going into different. A lot of heavy chat here today, talking about, I guess, race and homosexuality and just hot button topics in the community at large. Testify, yeah. I shot fire back. 1, 2, no, not able to get the pin there. Everybody has their own opinions on each situation, and it's hard to tell someone that their opinion's wrong, even if you 100% agree that that somebody's is wrong. Here's how. I'll just hold on. Let's see if Aaron can put this one away. Aaron hits the twist of fate. I believe that's how he picked up his last victory to secure himself in the United States Championship match. 1, 2. No, Tyson once again able to kick out. Don't worry, Image. It's all good. We're men. And right here, dragging him to the center of the ring. Thought that might have been a finishing maneuver. Preacher mode again. Not Bree mode, preacher mode, yes.
Clothesline.
Wrestlers want to degrade other wrestlers for profit from it. Yes, I target wrestlers want to. Hold on. 1, 2. No, Tyson could not put Aaron away. I don't sneak this. I tell you like it is. Tyson setting up for a finish. Aaron has really fought hard in this match, tried to win it up, but it looks like this Omega Driver's got to be the end here for Aaron. European champion almost defeated twice by Aaron, but 1, 2, 3. Aaron goes down. European champion. Great matchup between these two men. And we just have one match left to go. Well, see, I don't know what was being said. I know sometimes you can get offended extremely easily, but I don't know exactly what it is. Look, there's where it's coming from. I have no issue with KFAB, but when my channel gets hacked, the lag or whatever, then I have issue with that. I pay for internet just like everyone else. I don't steal like someone. I work just as hard, not harder than Image. I agree with that. You definitely work at least as hard as me, Shady, too. And it does. I'll admit, it drives me crazy when my stream gets cut and I come back in, and then people are going, people are saying didn't pay the bills or paying the bills of food stamps. Always drives me crazy. Drives me insanely crazy. But Tyson with a nice victory here as we head to our final matchup. The Destroyer just got destroyed, said by Madfire, as we head to our main event of the evening. This is a match that means quite a bit here in XCW. The first man eliminated will be the first man in the Rumble. The last man will be the last man to come out in that Royal Rumble match, gain a huge advantage over everybody else, all other 19 men. So this is a very, very important matchup. Nirvana's man, the guy with the t-shirt right there, NV, has been killing everybody, even in matches where he wasn't dominating, able to squeak them out and pull out victories. Here tonight could fall all of a sudden and be the first man to enter the Royal Rumble. It's the last match, guy. Okay. Got to stick with Brent Ryder, says Blue Storm. Blue Storm choosing Brent Ryder for this matchup. Ryder did win a matchup earlier in the evening. In the past, it's been a long time since Brent Ryder's ever had two matches in the same night. If you have a beef with KGB, keep it with KGB. You don't have to mention AZW. He does have men on the XCW roster. Yes, he does. Guys, can everyone shut up, okay? Okay, well, let's go ahead and choose this match. Let me quick tell you again who's in this matchup. Stop doing the DSO. I will kill you, our king. Okay. Top left is Envy Wilson. To his right, Brent Ryder. Far right up top is Ricky Brown. Bottom right, Brad Harris. Bottom middle, Jake Watson. Bottom left, Kirby. So let me know quickly who you think is going to win this matchup. Let's try to do slow so that we don't have somebody eliminated in 4 seconds like we've had in the past. Let's go ahead and start this matchup. I think one of the arguments that I, to a degree, have seen in the chat, I think that Say Cheese Blazing is saying, do you think that, I'm assuming it's the word bag is offensive, or is it, I don't know what word he was saying, or is it homo that's offensive? He's saying, do you not think that is offensive? I think maybe somebody had used that or something, I don't know. And to a degree, yes, those words would be offensive, just like the N-word, or, to a degree, it's a derogatory word for a group. Hold on, Ricky Brown on the edge of being eliminated. Ricky Brown will be the first pin in the Royal Rumble. Brad Harris taking him out. A huge measure of revenge right there for Brad Harris. Brad Harris not only got defeated by Ricky Brown when he stole a pin from him to start this month, but Brad Harris also got defeated by Ricky Brown to earn a spot earlier on in the month to get into the Royal Rumble match. Harris not only gained one later during the month, but right there just forced Ricky Brown to be the first man in the Royal Rumble match.
Get ready, folks. Get ready.
Payback is sweet, says our king.
Look out what's going on here. Watch it. Oh, out of nowhere.
Let's see. It was Kirby who was on the edge of elimination there. Brent Ryder, Harris, Envy Wilson, Jake Watson, and Kirby all still alive. Harris over the top rope now. Brent Ryder looking like he might try to eliminate him. Harris now, just like Ricky Brown, has been eliminated. This time it was Ryder who did so, but luckily for Brad Harris, he did eliminate Ricky Brown, which means Brad Harris can still end up anywhere between 2 and 19 in the Rumble. Brent Ryder now on the edge. Envy Wilson has already won a 6-man over the top Battle Royal. And Brent Ryder now thrown out of the ring. We are down to 3 men. Jake Watson will be fighting for the European title. Kirby, a man who has been pretty much not chasing after any belt, just trying to manage his way here through the through the league, and Envy Wilson, who has taken XCW by storm. Ryder's next on my list. Harris not happy with Ryder for eliminating him, but all three so far, if you've eliminated someone, you've been the next man to go. Envy Wilson trying to change that. If he could win this match, not only would he be 7-0 in here in XCW, but he'd also have 2 6-man over-the-top Battle Royal victories and would be the number 30 man in the Rumble. That might simply be the most, the best credentials you could have heading into the Royal Rumble matchup. Right here, a huge exploder suplex from Envy. Right there, huge spinebuster from Kirby. 3 men competing, 3 men trying to eliminate the other men, but this match is disseminated into an actual physical beatdown. Nobody has tried to eliminate anybody else for the last few minutes. Right here, Kirby looking to go for maybe a haymaking strike. Instead, Envy Wilson and maybe Jake Watson together, both trying to take Kirby out. Kirby's on the edge of elimination. Both these men trying hard. They've got him on the edge. Can he fight back? Yes, he does. He knocks Watson back. He knocks Envy back. Envy now, he could be going into the corner, and he is. Possible elimination here by Jake Watson. Envy is up on the top rope. Kirby looks like he might be trying to save Envy. Now he is doing a taunt. Envy goes over the top, but able to pull himself back in. Impressive job by Envy. And Kirby once again over the top rope. This is Ryder, Kirby, Envy. No, that is not Ryder in the ring. That is Jake Watson. Ryder already got eliminated.
He's still in this one.
That not a T-bone. I might have called it the wrong thing. Might have been a T-bone suplex, not a exploder suplex. They are pretty similar. And right here, hold on. Both men trying to eliminate Envy now. Envy has already won one of these. He fights off both individuals just like Kirby did a few minutes ago. Kirby now over the top rope. No, instead, a pullback attempt by Jake Watson. Bad idea. So this time he does not mess around. Has Kirby on the edge. Kirby now about to be eliminated. He is. Jake Watson, last 2 men along with Envy Wilson. Envy's right behind him. Envy grabs him, throws him to the corner, down to 2 men. Image 45. Oh, that's your payback list. Ryder, Kirby, and Envy. And right here, right now, Envy getting hit in the gut. Whoever can throw the other man over the top rope. Envy throws him over the top. This could be it. Envy about to go 7-0, 2-0 in Battle Royals. Yes! Envy has taken XCW over. He is simply unstoppable. I mean, he has not had matches necessarily against the top individuals here in XCW. He has not fought Nash or Tyrant or Alpha One or any of our top superstars, really. You know what? I take that back. I think he might have actually fought Alpha One a couple weeks back. But he has not fought all of our top competitors, but 7-0, 2-0, and 6 men over the top Battle Royals. I mean, I don't know if anybody can stop this man. He is going to be the last man to enter the Rumble at number 20, and that could be really bad news for the rest of the roster. This might be the man that faces the Undisputed Champion at WrestleMania. I mean, I don't know if I've seen anybody with a better momentum, better resume heading into a Royal Rumble match. And with the position he's got, the number 20, the last entrant in the Rumble will be this man. So it's going to be a definite interesting matchup as we head into the Royal Rumble. We have got 8 matches in store for you, 5 title matches, a pre-show match, 1 other match that Brent Ryder taking on 3 members of DX in a gauntlet match. Then we will have the Royal Rumble itself, which will include 20 of our superstars, not including either the number 1 contender or the Undisputed Champion. So we know of 2 individuals specifically who will not be in the match, and that will be Tyrant and Brian Nash. The rest of it, we don't know. We do know 6 individuals who will be in it, including the number 1 and number 30 entrant. But the other 14 spots are up for grabs. I'm going to say sorry for whoever does not make it into the Royal Rumble match itself. A lot of the rosters already had opportunities, but thank you guys for tuning in here tonight. Make sure that you go ahead and check out the website. Go ahead and vote for the Slammy Awards. I will close those as we go into episode 51. But our next episode will be episode 50. NVDX is offering you an invite. DX definitely impressed with Envy here tonight. He's saying that he messaged me on Xbox. I'll have to check that out in a little bit. Marcus is very much intrigued by Envy. Perhaps he can be the one to cut this streak short. Envy is impressive. I've been really surprised by how much he has won. And he almost lost his first real one-on-one match here in XCW. His second one, I guess. The first Saturday Night event after the last pay-per-view, TLC. He had a great match with Petra, barely able to pull it out, so surprised. But thank you guys. Am I going to do another show tonight? Thank you, Tornado, for that up there. Go there and vote on the Slammies if you have not. I know that we have members of the XCW Universe who have not voted on the Slammy Awards. Again, if you voted early on, the votes had to be reset due to someone trying to stuff the ballot box, per se. And so go back and vote if you have not. I really appreciate you guys being here. I don't want what happened today to happen again, where there's a huge argument, people getting truly offended based on things that people are saying. Whether that person is wrong or right, it doesn't matter. In reality, I just don't like conflict. So I don't want that to happen again. But thank you guys for sticking around even through the chaos that was this stream. And I think I am going to simply wait to do the Royal Rumble pay-per-view until tomorrow. I'm going to try to do it about 4 p.m. Central Time. So that would be, I believe, 5 o'clock Eastern. And for you guys over in Europe, I believe it would be around 10 p.m. But that is my current plan for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. I really wanted to get it done today. I really wanted to get a show done yesterday, but I was unable to do so. But thank you guys one last time for doing it. Go to the website, vote. I gave everything a good backstory so y'all can understand, even if you weren't even here for it. You know, I gave a good backstory. And for those of you that were here, maybe just to help remember what happened. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. So let's just move past what happened today. And I will see you for the Royal Rumble tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.
Now can we go
That's not a... No. Hold on, Sky. I didn't turn it off yet. Here we go. Sorry, I forgot. I accidentally backed out. I was trying to do it without my remote. I will see you guys later.